Hey guys, how's it going? Well, I wish it was better for me. Unfortunately, I was over on Scott's server, and it appears that the issue that I was having with the internet is going to cause issues on anything that I join. And like I know some people have issues with internet, and there's people that lose connections all the time, and etc. And whatever. The problem is when you're dispatching a session, such as the Southwest, and you've got 20 some odd trains and all the symbols are set up. If you lose internet, from what I understand or what I believe, it just causes a lot of issues. I know that from I know that has happened, at least when it's happened at the host end. I believe the same issue would happen at the client end, which kind of sucks. The issue that I'm having, and I'll explain this very quickly here. If I go into what's it called? Gateway. Gateway policy. I've already looked at it because it's purple. So this is Microsoft 7. Default gateway is not available. Well, mind you, there's a YouTube mess. I might be able to fix it, but we'll see. That's good to know that there's a video there. But this is the issue that I'm having. We'll see if I can fix it. What is that? Give me that crap. Why do I have to create a community name? Thank you. Ay, ay, ay. So I have an excellent connection to internet as well, as far as the connection goes. When I go over to it, it tells me that it says it's excellent. It's not a MiFi, but it's a Wi-Fi, but no internet connection using Windows 7. Now, I do have the connection. The connection is there most of the time. What happens is suddenly now this isn't exactly the issue, but what the issue basically results in is suddenly I'll be watching YouTube, or I will be, watching streaming services, and suddenly I lose internet. Now, for that, it's just a nuisance. What I do in order to fix that, there's two ways of doing it. I can run the network diagnostics, which takes a little bit longer. It fixes the issue and then doesn't really fix the issue, but it resolves and it reconnects. The other way is just to simply disconnect and reconnect. It will stay connected, but I will lose internet access. I don't know why this is happening. I'm not a big fan of Wi-Fi. Where I lived before, I had a cable connection, and everything was fine. But for some reason, it's dropping. What I was hoping, I heard it was a handshake. And what I mean by a handshake issue is basically it's sending out, are you there? Yes, I am type thing. I was on, yeah. Of course, I have 144 protected, unprotected, whatever. Stupid AVG. Computers can sometimes get to me, they really do. But so I was hoping it had something to do with me not being able to upload, or sorry, that I was dormant on my end. In other words, I was just receiving data as opposed to sending data, and it was timing out. Well, as it just turns out, I was on a server running a train, which means I would have been updating. I was pinging at 40, which is reasonable for a it's a reasonable ping, considering that I was connected with Scott, who's out on the eastern United States, not too far from me, and a 40 ping is reasonable. And for whatever reason, it just decided to drop and say that the default gateway is not available. So these recurring default gateway is not available. This is a similar thing. I'm going to look into it a little bit tonight for the rest of my evening, because I need to get this solved. That's the only way I'm going to host, any live streams. As far as, so far I've been lucky. I've gone sometimes hours without it happening. I've reset the router upstairs. I don't know what the heck the issue is. Unfortunately, I'm in the basement, and to get a cable down here is a little bit difficult. And knowing the internet company, that because basically I'm getting free internet, even though it's not illegal internet. I'm getting, as part of my rent, I'm getting free internet from my ex-wife, mother and my son type thing. So this is not a big deal as far as I'm concerned. However, I know if we get somebody in here to take a look at it, they'll look at it as a big deal if I know them. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think, they got an unlimited internet. I'm connected to the Wi-Fi. Everything should be fine. And I'm willing to connect physically to the router. That's not a problem, because I would have access, or at least be able to call for access to the router. Unfortunately, the walls, the ceilings, just trying to get a cable down, it's going to be difficult. And even if I am connected, I don't know if there's something wrong with this router. It's the same provider that I used at my old place. Mind you, I had a different modem, so I don't know if it's because they have an older modem or what the case is. But it's what they provide, and it'll just basically be up to, at least from her end, she'll have to look into it. For me, watching internet or whatever is just a small nuisance. It's not a big deal. Unfortunately, it takes away from me doing live streams. It also takes away from me participating in big servers or big sessions. So I'm going to have to post a message tonight. Unless I can resolve this and be pretty confident that I resolved it, it's going to take me a while. So I'm going to have to bow out of tomorrow's session. I think it's only fair. It's not fair for me to be off and on all the time, and then it'll just be a nuisance. I can't live stream. I won't be able to do anything. It'll just be a nuisance. So I'm not too happy about that. So, but anyways, that's just the way things are. So sucks, but there's nothing I can do about it for now. So if you guys can help me on that, that's great. Any advice, once this post goes up to YouTube, let me know. I will post a message in the Southwest forum as well. Hopefully we'll get some resolution on this, but until now, until that time, unfortunately, I think my my multiplayer, or my multiplayer in any major sessions, is going to be done, because I can't see going on and off. I do not want to be a nuisance. I don't want to be running a hump while this happens. I don't want to be corrupting trains or anything like that. And this is what this kind of thing will happen, and I just don't want to do that. So I'd rather not be involved. And who knows, maybe this will get me to do something on my own, ironically enough. But anyways, guys, sorry about the doom and gloom message, but that's unfortunately the way it is. So if you guys can help, great. I post on the Southwest forum, and I will, I'm always open to suggestions later on through the, once this posts up to YouTube. Talk to you later.